This will be the second day of the SSB. First day being your psychology test. I'm discounting the PPDT part. PPDT is not part of the SSB. It's a screening test where you will be screened out or be screened in. If you are screened in, you become part of the SSB. And in the SSB, day 1 is your psychology test and day 2 is your GTO beginning, right? So today is the day 2 of your SSB. All of you have been screened in. PPDT, well done. And now we start the outdoor. Before this outdoor, you would have done the following things. You would have done the group discussion number 1. You would have done the group discussion number 2. And you would have done the group planning exercise. Okay. By now, what would have happened physically to you people is, somebody would have participated in the group discussion. Somebody would not have. Somebody would have not participated in the group planning exercise, or may have thought that his plan was not accepted or her plan was not accepted in the group planning exercise, and hence you come with a low morale, stuck up face, and you're still brooding over the group discussion 1, group discussion 2 and the group planning exercise. Please, for God's sake, don't do it. Every task is a different task, right? Group discussion over, group planning exercise over. Now the outdoor progressive group task, begin afresh. I don't carry a baggage as a GTO. I don't carry a baggage of your previous 3 tests that have just gone by. But if you don't learn this habit of erasing the previous task and getting fresh to the new one, before you say Jack Robinson, the time is over. So that's the first thing that you need to learn. Don't keep brooding, oh my God, why was I not nominated for the group planning exercise discussion, this, that. Forget it. What is over is over. Otherwise the next task will also get over. Okay? So the first of the outdoor task after your group planning exercise is what we call the progressive group task. And you would have been told by the GTO yesterday in your theoretical class that in the progressive group task we take you out to an outdoor where we simulate an obstacle region. And the simulation is done as follows. We have what is called the start line. The start line runs from infinity that direction to infinity that direction. And then you have a finish line. A couple of meters apart, you have a finish line again running from infinity to infinity. And the region in between is the obstacle region. You cannot touch the region in between, which is called the obstacle region. You can believe it's minefield, or you can believe it's a lake full of crocodiles, and now it is the lunch time for the crocodiles. So you can't touch this area. If you touch, that crocodile had its meal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And you are now expected to negotiate this obstacle, go from the start line and come to the finish line. Right? Now to help you do that, I'll give you certain helping materials. I'll give you certain helping materials to help you cross over from the start line to the finish line. Besides the helping materials, which is in the form of a bully, a plank and a piece of rope, I've also created certain structures. These are called the structures within the obstacle region. So you can use the helping material and you can use these structures to negotiate from the start line to the finish line. Okay? But there are 3 rules that you have to strictly follow. If you don't follow those rules, the crocodile will eat you. Right? And what are those rules? The first rule is what you call the color rule. When I say color rule, there are 3 colors inside the obstacle region: blue, white and red. I don't have a red here. When you go ahead, you will see there's a color red as well. The white color is friendly to you and your helping material. Meaning, you and your helping material can stand on anything or touch anything that is white in color. Anything that is blue in color, you can touch, but your helping material cannot touch. And anything that is red, neither you nor your helping material can touch. And the obstacle region, nobody can touch. That's the color rule. Any doubts? Any clarification? The next rule is a rule of distance, the distance rule. Any distance more than 4 feet, horizontal or vertical, cannot be jumped, even if you are PT Usha's first cousin. So you have to do something to reduce or bridge that gap to less than 4 feet. Okay? And what is that something? That is what your innovative thinking is all about. Right? Even vertically, if there is anything, the vertical distance of more than 4 feet, again cannot be jumped. You have to do something to bridge that gap. Now there is a fundamental question people ask me. Now sir, is this 4 feet, not 4 feet? The cardinal principle is, all of you wearing a sports shoe, similar size, 1 foot of yours is approximately 1 feet. Okay. You just give a gap. 2, 3 and 4. So you get the general idea. And whenever in doubt, it is always better to give the benefit of doubt to the 4 feet. If it is 3 feet, 3.999999 feet, call it 4 feet. Rather than calling it less than 4 feet. Okay? And the last rule is the rule of rigidity. These heavy materials you see, a plank and a bully, these are rigid. They've got a physical length. You cannot tie a bully and a plank together to physically increase the length of that helping material. Okay. However, you can place one helping material on top of the other. Balance it and do whatever you want. Okay? So these are the 3 rules. Follow the 3 rules. Use the structure in between. Start line to finish line is what you have to do. And all of you will cross over to the finish line. Then there will be another obstacle which you will now negotiate the same way with the same rules. After you finish the second obstacle, there would be a third one and a fourth one. As you progress from obstacle number 1 to obstacle number 4, the degree of difficulty of these obstacles keep increasing. And hence the name, progressive group task. Time, 45 minutes. This is the brief summary of the task that is to be followed. Right? Any doubts, any clarification? So whenever you are in the SSB, when the GTO or anybody asks you after the briefing any doubt of the clarification, try and don't ask any doubts. All your doubts will be cleared the moment the task begins. But here in Cavalier, you have come to learn. Please clarify all your doubts. Right? This group, any doubts, any clarification?
No, sir.
Okay, I have a doubt. Say you violate a rule. What do you do?
Repeat the task.
Repeat the task from where? No.
From the task where we...
If you violate the rule from here, you don't have to go back and repeat the... Okay? Repeat it from where you have violated the rule. You don't have to come back to the start line and... Okay? And remember one thing, which most candidates falter in the SSB and which goes against you is flouting of the rules. You catch the bully and you stand with the bully on the blue, you're touching the blue and you're busy over. And then you suddenly realize it is touching the blue and you look towards the GTO. You can do the color. Understood? Don't try these rules. There is poor sense of responsibility. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Under my own supervision as a GTO, you are flouting the rules. The day you get commissioned, GTO will not be there. You become a section commander yourself. So you are without supervision. So under supervision you are flouting the rules. So without supervision what would you do? Massacre your own troops. That is the message that I am carrying. Both are to blame. The man who is flouting the rule and the man who is watching that gentleman flout the rule is also equally to blame. And the method in which you correct that person is again the mannerism and your own officer-like quality which will come out. You don't have to catch him and snap him. Although the GTO prefers that the one candidate catch the other candidate and snap him, so that at least these two candidates need not be tested anymore. Unka testing khatam ho gaya. Understood? So get this and remain cheerful, be lively, have a nice smile on your face. The world is not going to come to an end. Don't think that I send you to the Kashmir Valley and you have 400 terrorists in front of you and now you are saying, hi mummy, now what about my dosa and idli? It's all a game. Take it as a game, take it as a professional game. Be serious. At the same time, don't lose your own liveliness. Okay? Any doubts? Any clarification? Nothing? So shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now this is how the GTO will brief you. Until now I briefed you from a Cavalier learning perspective. So the GTO will brief you as follows. Okay, you will be 10 candidates. Whenever I say numbers, it means you will have 10 candidates. Every group will have 10 candidates, okay? Okay, welcome. You just finished your group planning exercise and now we are in the outdoor phase of the SSB. The first of the outdoor is what you call the progressive group task. In the progressive group task, I have in succession 4 obstacles which have been arranged in tandem, one after the other. And the obstacle is represented by a start line, which is this white line that you see, an imaginary line running up to infinity, and a little distance away you have the finish line again which is running right up to infinity. The region in between is called the obstacle region. You candidates are expected to cross over from the start line to the finish line, keeping certain rules and regulations in mind. To help you do that, I have deliberately given you 3 helping materials, a bully, a plank and a piece of rope. There are 2 boxes which are also there, not here right now. That box which you see is the ammunition box. And the other bag that you're seeing out there is your ration. So this helping material and these 2 boxes, along with all 10 of you all, have to cross over from the start line to the finish line. I have deliberately created certain structures within the obstacle region which has been painted blue, white and red. The white depicts friendly to both men and material, meaning both of you can touch those regions. Anything blue is only friendly to men, unfriendly to material. Red, unfriendly to both. All the other region in between is out of bounds. You cannot touch. Should you flout any rules or lose your balance and fall or whatever, repeat the action from the place that you have broken that rule. After all of you, along with the ration and ammunition, once you have finished and crossed over to the finish line, start the second obstacle. Nobody will try the second obstacle without all 10 candidates, along with your helping material and the accessories, complete the finish line of the first obstacle. Thereafter, second, third, and fourth obstacle. Time 45 minutes. Any doubts? Any clarification?
No, sir.
Your time starts now. Start. And the thing now that you guys have to understand is, send the first 2 guys out there. If 2 guys can go, the rest of you can go. no rocket science. But you have your helping material and you have placed the material in such a way. So the moment the two guys go there, think of retrieving the last person. Rest all of you are there. Think of retrieving the last person and the helping material from there. At the same time, all 10 of you cannot stand there. Think of how to move these two people to the next level. So this tandem movement, 1 foot on the ground, is what you guys should be doing. And this is what I'm looking for. Okay? Chalo, proceed.
तो मैं उधर जाता हूँ फोर्टी फोर जैसे आए थे वैसे ही कॉपी
Otherwise, plan. Just put it
On that side of the plan.
44 yes give the plank to them
Okay,
अबे वो
Why are you doing that? Get a plank to what? Why you guys just create why you guys have been doing all sorts of so this is what I keep telling you guys, don't create a problem and solve it yourself. And now move one by one, just keep moving. Once you got the idea, just repeat that idea. एक आदमी दो आदमी आ गया एक आदमी को आगे जाने दो and now think of sending this gentleman you should be out.
And give this blanket. Give this blanket.
Check number 27. You hold the rope.
Just tie that and raise the blanket. He will not be able to. Yeah. Now make the cantilever with that. हाँ अब उसको नीचे रख.
Cantilever नहीं होगा.
We can tie it, right?
Keep it. Put your second foot here. Keep it.
Now you will be able to go.
Cannot go.
It's fine. So that
they will use the same method give the plank
no, it's fine now. Now it's fine. Now you can go there and everybody can move easily. No, it's fine. It's fine then.
No, I think that's fine.
It's fine, bro.
okay you can come
Try to go.
Wait. One person.
Keep your weight there.
Yeah, go.
हाँ अब जा भाई.
हाथ बचा के रखना
Be careful of your hand.
Now 42.
So now I told you, what did I tell you? Two people have come, now think of moving them. Nobody can go there anymore. So now think of pushing them out.
Okay, wait.
Okay, now 30 and 44.
What you do?
Leave
Take
for-
this bike. Take this.
no give the plank
Only क्यों करते हो?
You directly put
One Keep it in that side field. You can.
Okay, one member move and pass the ball.
Okay, I understood. In this process, all of you cross over, finish to the finish line. Leave one person here and leave one person in the start line. Rest all of you come to the finish line. All of you come to the finish line.
one person 3 and 24 stand there rest of call
Come this way.
7 come this side 43 49 come this side
one person.
43 come this side
Okay.
person has to be there and will help to come
No, pass the ball.
Now just do the same thing. Now use the plank. The plank will be a better option.
Make the plank.
The right arm. The right arm.
Yes, sit on.
Wait. अच्छे से लगाओ उसको अच्छे से.
Not stable. System 27. What I say?
Okay, understood. Bob, don't enjoy yourself. Come here. Both of you come this side. Yeah. Now leave that plank there. How will you retrieve your helping materials?
So we can use the bully to pull it.
You don't tell me, yeah. Do it.
Take that bully. वो बैलेंस पहुंच जाएगा तो नीचे का सपोर्ट बना के रखना. हटो पीछे. 44.
See, remember one thing. I've told you even in the class. The most useful and the most flexible helping material is the rope. You have not used a rope, बस उसको है ना ऐसे करके पकड़ के बांधा हूँ खड़े हैं सब लोग.
Correct.
Can you use the rope in doing this particular activity? The last person, come here.
Tight and let him stretch forward.
The last person before coming, tie the rope to the longest distance that you can hold it out here. No, नीचे खड़े होकर.
Holding tight.
So that you can make it a fulcrum and lift it up from there while you pull it from here.
Now it's short rope, bro.
अच्छा, wait.
Use the rope because that's the most flexible helping material that you have. Although you end up using the plank because it's a little broader, convenient to walk.
No, try tying to that pole.
But the rope is the most helpful or useful.
Take a temporary.
Too much. Yeah, that's not.
Take this plank and tie with the side. Right? Rather than taking plank, take this bully.
ये खुल जाएगा. दो बांधे.
You will be able to.
Oh, ठीक है, understood. Just try that now. One of you, बल्ली तो वहाँ पास कर दे. Why are you holding the बल्ली? Leave it, that's true.
Tie this.
Don't support.
28. You hold. Tie.
अकल आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, move to the next one.
No, what I say is we continue as we did in the beginning. Last we can bring out.
You all have come here to the SSB for some demonstration.
You first reach there.
And the GTO will be observing your demonstration and making an assessment over those 15 qualities. If you people stand in the start line and keep looking at the others, all that you will do is catch the next train and go back home. Okay? Start.
You can put the plank here and then put the bully over there and we can bridge.
White में जाके इधर चला जा.
Where is the plank? Where is the plank?
We can go use that stone and then go that side. Two alternate ways. One is here, one is there.
Start from here. We can go there. And from there to.
And don't put it on the blue part.
Okay, don't touch the blue. अब वहाँ पे जा.
Support. Keep your legs.
No, that would
Little for
slip.
Wait, we can use the bully.
It won't fall. Put the pressure.
Use this. Try to use this. 28.
No, make a cantilever there. उसके अंदर डालो white वाले में ताकि तुम वहाँ से jump कर सकते हो.
Yes, we can put it that way.
हाँ उसका use the plank to put. Use the
Use the plank to
Where
make.
is it?
Give me the plank, please. We can just make two cantilevers using the force.
Use the plank to put inside it.
Yes.
So you can.
And then we can.
Now.
Or you can directly go.
Yes, just Wait.
Not more than
Just try to go there. That's all.
And we can make it straight and put a belly
We
there
don't
and we
require
can
that.
bridge
We
it.
don't require that. We can use this plank to place it there.
We can bridge it, use the bully.
We can bridge these two.
I don't remove it. Keep it, no problem. Keep that there and
One
keep the
person
bully.
should also
Make a way to there. Yes.
Why don't we bridge this? Give the belly, we can bridge it from here to there and we can pass it.
just place the plank more of that. But 20 and go. 42.
Yeah, give her some support and place the bully there.
You can go further as well.
Keep it on the stone. Keep it on the stone.
On the stone.
Yeah, keep it on the stone. Yeah, that would be fine. Someone has to hold it back.
It will just let it touch.
44.
And then
Yeah, just number 28 you can go.
You can hold up.
No, we don't have to do that. We can put the bully here.
and then we can
Try to
that
hold
side as
there.
well.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now just
again,
keep,
hold the
you
bully.
hold the bully there and
There
let
are
him
no
pass the
people
plank.
left.
Let him pass the plank.
First all is called pass if you all want.
People can stand there.
Don't put it on the ground.
Don't put it on the
Okay.
Few more people can contest
One person can also go there.
People can stand on that.
Use the bully here. We can place the bully here to go there. इसके अंदर डाल
Now do the same thing. Keep the bully there. Keep the bully.
Why don't you
Let her please do the same thing.
Just place it here.
When you got an idea.
Give.
do the same thing we now have to do
Now
all
place
this.
the plank that side. Underneath.
Wait.
But why
We can do that.
See, it's blue. So just make it diagonal. इसको ऐसे घुमा भाई. अरे but ये blue
She is standing there already.
Why are we changing the path?
Why are we changing the path? She's already standing there. Let us continue with the same thing.
Why are we changing the path? It will be the same.
Okay, the last person can. So she has a logic. We can go there and we
Like
can
we have the easiest path. We have the plan to use. Right?
Now we just need to think how the last person will
The last person can take the from here.
We have the plan to pass from there.
Pass the
From
plank.
here also the same thing can be done.
That way it also.
Why don't
Okay,
we
so
first try
according
this
to
one
me,
and then try
two
another
of
one?
them can go there and two of them can go there.
Why do we have to change the path? It will become difficult to pass.
But then the last person can't come from here like this, not taking this material.
See, two of them will stand there. Again, moving from there would be difficult. So let us continue with the same thing that we were doing.
No, why can't? See, the plank, the bully can be taken easily and the plank can be taken with the help of the rope. Last person has to
Okay, let's
उसके
go
बाद
with
कहाँ जाएंगे?
From there, we have the plan. We can go it
That's right. And all these will support it.
Just continue with the same thing.
Let's first try. If it doesn't work, then we will try the idea.
Pass her the bully
Pass
first.
the
Pass
plank.
her the
That's
bully
it.
first.
Pass the bully. That's it.
Yeah, keep it.
With the cantilever.
चलो एक और आदमी आ जाओ. One more can come to help us. नीचे चल के आ जाओ. One person, yeah.
Hey, one hold the bully from
Give
there.
him.
The plank.
Hold the bully from that side.
Can't accept. You can use the.
I'll hold this and.
Wait.
He'll be able to come.
Okay, now see.
It's stable.
According.
Cross it. Yeah, keep it. You hold it properly.
You can place it to that side.
Hold this one.
Actually,
Okay, now
one
what
of
you do
them-
is use
one
the
of
bully
them
and
move
one of
there.
them
One of them
move
move
that
there
side.
using the bully or
Use the bully and move that
Remember
side.
one more cardinal principle, the more people crowd on a particular structure region, the less is your options. So maximum 2 people and then think of how to move ahead.
Bully, pass the
Keep
plank.
the bully.
Pass the plank. Wait.
Hey, bully would reach, I guess.
why can't we leave a cantilever here? Sir,
No.
no.
इसका नहीं बात.
अरे ये ऐसे करके जंप नहीं कर सकते ये देख.
Make a cantilever. It is a diagonal structure. Please make a cantilever.
Use plank.
If you can.
Put it on this store. Put it below.
Okay, all of you have reached here. Leave one person there. Leave one person there. Give the helping material here. All of you have reached here. Come. All of you are not you are coming to enjoy SSB or participate? Or then do it. Yeah. Only one person there, rest all of you. Now tell me from here, how will you move forward? You can, although that is out of bounds area where you are standing, no problem. Right now I am giving you permission because I now don't want to try you guys with. I want you guys to come out with innovative ideas. Okay? Yeah.
Who is having the rope?
The rope is. What is?
उसको last person को retreat करो ना पहले.
Yes, sir.
Just give me the idea. ठीक है वहाँ पे रख दिया. You made a cantilever. All that you have done. Now how will you retrieve the balli you have retrieved?
43 will tie the rope in that and then the same way.
Rope को untie भी करना पड़ेगा फिर.
ये तो you can't even reach.
Sir, we can use this to put it here.
And then.
And then we can also use this.
No, put it there. How will
And
you
since
give the plank? Give the plank.
You don't need the plank over there. You can
उसके
simply
ऊपर चढ़कर इधर आ जाओ.
24.
plank is over.
Give the plank to her. Give the plank.
Always remember a cardinal principle. When the first person approaches from there to here, the last person invariably will come from here to there. यानी कि if you have come like this to this particular obstacle, the last person will come from this side, from that side to this side. So do something out here where you can retrieve the last person. Got what I said?
Yes, sir.
Can use the balli and maybe cantilever from this side.
Why can't you make a reverse cantilever from here? Take the plank.
Okay, you can make a reverse.
Another. I don't normally tell it, but since you guys are finished, another cardinal principle.
Catch this balli first.
Wait.
Remember, whenever you go to an SSB, the obstacle is like they also have the same obstacle. Thousands of candidates keep coming every other day and keep doing it and doing it. So whenever you look at the obstacle, the structure will speak for itself. Let's have a look at the structure. Where is it gives out the most? So which means that is the region which has been used the most by all the candidates. So that itself gives you some hint as to what you are supposed to be doing and all that. Because I don't have the capability of painting this structure on a daily basis. Even if I paint it, that region will be in a different shade. So think of all these. I mean, you are not the first batch who is coming. SSB is in vogue for the last 70 years. Somebody is using it on a daily basis. There's too much of gap, so that is why it is falling down. So you have to bridge this gap. You have to bridge this gap. How do you bridge this gap?
Put the balli up and
Put the
plank
balli
below.
down and put the plank on top. Put the plank on top. So now you have bridged the gap. So understand the physics, understand the science. इस गैप को reduce करना है, use the balli. और फिर ज़्यादा ये है, use the rope. जाने दो आगे जाने दो. On, keep it on top of the balli. Yeah, now let it go. Let it go. It will not fall. So now going this thing, use the rope. Take the rope, make a circle out of it, and put the rope out here. Understood? Yes. See, even if you give me the idea, I'm okay with it. You're not experts. So I know you're not expert in this thing and all that. But if you've given me the idea, I generally got the. I'll say okay next. Okay, fine, understood. Turn the side. Turn the side. Come here. Gives you a very clear indication that इसके ऊपर कुछ करना है. So that everybody knows now because I told you. Now this structure is non-existent. It is not existing. Okay? The structure is not existing. So how will you come from there to this side?
You can just place a balli
We can
on
put rope
top.
here so that it doesn't touch the ground, and we can put the plank like this.
We'll first place the balli and the plank and then tie it. I mean, making a very simple look.
You just lessen the gap, then you jump. So on the white one, just lessen the gap, make a bridge. No. Put this one, the one behind you. And place something down so that it doesn't touch.
This is not, I told you this side.
Yes, sir. We'll go from.
Only this. This is not existed, my dear.
That is not
Yeah,
there.
only this is there.
So let's try this one. Just use the hand. And put the bully below this so that it doesn't touch the ground. Put the bully on the white one.
Only the white stone is available.
Yeah, so just lessen the gap and then you jump.
Then put this rope on top of the building.
Yeah.
Gap is too much.
I've told you something. The rope is the most flexible helping material. Can you think of using the rope in some form to make a cantilever? I've given you the hint.
No, wait. Just place the plank on top of it.
No,
and then
we can make a
simple
cantilever
loop.
from this.
Wait.
उसको ऐसा
We can also use one thing. हम ना ये प्लान को इसमें ऐसे फंसा सकते हैं पहले ऐसे नीचे
एक कैंटिलीवर बनाने के लिए व्हाट इज द फिजिक्स रिक्वायर्ड? करेक्ट. सो व्हाट इज द नोड हियर? How can you make use of that stump as a node?
So we can tie a bully or something.
Take the rope, tie the rope and make a node, and then use the bully using that rope. Follow उसको. And tie it around that in one place.
Just make it a bit.
So it becomes a node.
And to just put it in.
No need of putting it inside.
below it.
Just keep the plank on the stone. Keep the plank on the stone, touching that. Yeah.
पीछे से
पीछे उसको करो. बल्ली को नहीं. बल्ली को वो पत्थर पे रखो. Keep the bully on the stone. Bring the plank ahead. Only the tip of the plank should be on that. Bring it in front. You bring the plank in front to the extent possible. नीचे. Leave it. Yeah. Bring the rope down. Tight hard. बन गया आपका कैंटिलीवर? Understood? You may fall down once. I don't expect you to be a rope expert, but you've given me an idea. Instead of putting forth and this and go, now will I give somebody a score for this, or will I give the score for somebody holding it with their hand? Understood? Because see, you can put that on top of this and come here. But then when the GTO sees that you guys are doing well, he will say this is not existent. Just to get the next level of yours. And especially when you come to your command task. So this is, you can take it as a command task thing also. At that time, your mental faculties will not work. You're already in stress. So think of all this, and don't just understand the physics. To make a cantilever, like you correctly said, you require rope. Now, if this bully is not there, it is going to touch the ground. And if you tie the rope on top, again it is going to touch the ground. So you have to tie the rope नीचे, so that the physics समझ गए आप लोग? इतना तो 10th standard physics है ना?